Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Vika and probably you're new here, so so nice to meet you. I'm glad you're watching this video and I'm not sure who I'm talking to actually is, but I'm absolutely sure that you're a wonderful person and you probably would like to listen to this kind of story or my thoughts because recently I've returned from an exclusive, I would say, like intensive or something like that, exclusive masterclass of getting acquaintance through the different people of the same sphere, of the same work, reliable experience. And what I've noticed, I will mention some of my note, notes in this video. Okay, so let's start first. A lot of people are kind of shy in making new acquaintances, and it's absolutely visible and it's absolutely understandable because a lot of people are actually care about what other people think of them. And it's like it's naturally based because, through the history, we've been social creatures and we are caring about whether people like us or not, whether they would care about what we say and what means important for us or not, because it's like kind of survival strategy. And you have probably listened a lot of speakers talking about this, but what actually means nowadays that people don't care about others in a certain way, not totally, because when you are in a new group, in a few people, yeah, and there are few people around you who you don't know any of them, you actually try to find someone makes a good I don't know, a good impression of themselves, like probably the first impression that you make on people is kind of, honestly, it matters really, but not in a particular way. Like the first impression is always the right or wrong. It doesn't really matter. What matters is if you are interested in getting to know the other person, you need to understand that it is your choice and your ability to get acquainted to them. No matter what impression you make on other people, and no matter what impression the other person have made on you already, because you know what, it all starts with a conversation, and the conversation is the only way possible to understand whether you would communicate in a way you want truly inside or not. So making the first step should not become so difficult for you. You just need to understand that it's a kind of like just you try to recognize whether you're watching towards the same way, whether you can find the language for communication or not, and it should not be uh, an excessive stress for you, because if it is so stressful, you would not be able to communicate with other person and to share the ideas you originally had in your head and you originally wanted to say to the world, to other people. So just make sure that this is just discomfort, and if you take this into your head, this particular idea that this is just discomfort of trying to speak to other people you don't really know yet, you haven't been known yet, it becomes so natural and it becomes so easy, and you are not worried about anything anymore, really. The second thing I have realized during the master class of getting to know a lot of other people, actually they are my colleagues, that we have kind of same interests, and it due to the fact that we are all doing the same work, we do have a lot of things to share, honestly, and it's so easy to communicate with the other person if you are in a certain kind of if you're working in the same sphere, or you have like a deep knowledge in the field where you are together. So if you do have some general topics that you can discuss with each other, it becomes so easy, more easy to communicate, because you don't need to, because you can easily imagine what to talk about. The topic of topics of the discussion comes to you so naturally, so flowing, and it's really easy to understand each other. And one of the exercises we actually do was switching the partners as many times as possible during our class of getting to know each other, like our acquaintance class. And it helped so much because while you repeat what you have already told other people, and while you get to know the other person, you are understanding more similarities and more differences between these people, and you understand which words, what actually you want to say, and what actually you can say to other person. Because absolutely normal that we are not sharing all the topics and all the stuff we have inside of ourselves, and it's not the point of communication, it's not the point of like getting to know the person. Doesn't mean that you need to understand all the thoughts other person has, understand all his or her words, understand the topic absolutely like an academic at an academic level. It just means that you can communicate and you can share some of your different ideas, some of them, not all of them, because we are not supposed to fully express ourselves in front of other people, especially when you are getting to know someone or you make a first acquaintance with someone. It will come natural, so you can repeat the communication if you want next time, and that's the point. uh, I've noticed that some of the people are not able to listen absolutely because they try to express themselves so deeply so that the other person understands like everything what is inside of his or her head, of their, like the person who they are supposed to get acquainted. And whereas they are not ready to understand that other person has his or her own ideas too, and we need to share them. We need to like make this communication, not one person speaks and the other only listens, but equal communication means everything in making acquaintances, especially the new ones, because it actually that's the time when you decide whether you want to continue communication or not. And if the other person only listens and the other person only speaks, you are definitely will not want to continue the communication and to make sure that this person, like inside of your circle of acquainted people, of the people who you know. And this was kind of a nice lesson. This was kind of a nice master class when I actually, I definitely understood that I use more of my brain, especially my neocortex, where I should express myself in different words and with different people, and to understand the things that are going. So everything connected to the language and to the speech is a kind of high intensive brain work. Actually, not only when you're trying to do something mathematically, or you're working on your computer, on your routine tasks or not, whether they're difficult or not, the communication by itself with other people, I mean live communication, when you do need to express yourself like in a certain time, one-on-one or like in group communication tasks, it's kind of challenging, especially when you don't practice it every day and when you don't practice it naturally, often. So this is probably the piece of advice I would give to myself, to my previous self. Try to express yourself like in a communication, in a live communication, because it becomes easy when you just try it, or it becomes natural to you. And if you do not practice certain skill for quite a big amount of time, or you have huge breaks, it becomes difficult. Even 1 week is enough to understand that your skill is not as well as as good as it used to be. And that's the point of these like master classes and intensives. They're kind of helpful to break this barrier of live communication and to understand that you can express yourself no matter what is happening around you, no matter what masterclass is about, no matter what people are around you. You can make your social life better, and you can improve it. And definitely it's not as difficult as you think. So I hope this is the end of this video. Anyway, nice to meet you. And I'm sure we're going to see each other as soon as we possibly can. And if you have similar thoughts on communication and on getting to know other people, or you have to add something to this video, please share this in a comment, because it's also kind of exercise for your brain to get the response, to give the response to other people. So I'm glad you have watched this video. So with this part, see you in the next one. Bye bye.